The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control is a Nigerian government agency under the Federal Ministry of Health that is responsible for regulating and controlling the manufacture, importation, exportation, advertisement, distribution, sale and use of food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, chemicals and packaged water. The current Director General of NAFDAC, Orhii, holds a Ph.D. in medicine. The formation of NAFDAC, the organization was formed to checkmate illicit and counterfeit products in Nigeria in 1993 under the country's health and safety law. Adulterated and counterfeit drugs are a problem in Nigeria. In one 1989 incident, over 150 children died as a result of paracetamol syrup containing diethylene glycol. The problem of fake drugs was so severe that neighboring countries such as Ghana and Sierra Leone officially banned the sale of drugs, foods and beverages products made in Nigeria. Such problems led to the establishment of NAFDAC, with the goal of eliminating counterfeit pharmaceuticals, foods and beverages products that are not manufactured in Nigeria and ensuring that available medications are safe and effective. The formation of NAFDAC was inspired by a 1988 World Health Assembly resolution requesting countries help in combating the global health threat posed by counterfeit pharmaceuticals. In December 1992, NAFDAC's first governing council was formed. The council was chaired by Tanamu Salawa. In January 1993, supporting legislation was approved as Legislative Decree No. 15 of 1993. On January 1, 1994 NAFDAC was officially established as AA Euro Operastatral of the Federal Ministry of Health for Euro. NAFDAC replaced an earlier Federal Ministry of Health body, the Directorate of Food and Drug Administration and Control, which had been deemed ineffective, partially because of lack of laws concerning fake drugs. Administration of NAFDAC Chairman and Council a Euro A, NAFDAC is headed by a chairman who presides over a governing council appointed by the President on the recommendation of the Minister of Health. Other council members are, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Health, the Director General of NAFDAC, Standard Organization of Nigeria, the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, the Chairman of the Pharmacists Unregistered Trademark Council of Nigeria, the Chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, a representative each of the Pharmaceutical Group and the Food and Beverages Group of the Manufacturers Unregistered Trademark Association of Nigeria. 3 people from the general public are also represented on the council. Several units make up NAFDAC. The legal unit is charged with offering legal advice on a Euro law arising from employee-employer relationship and is the custodian of legal documents and all agreements relating to the agency. The Public Relations Unit is headed by the Director General Euro Unregistered Trademark Office. Its main function is to inform, sensitivize, enlighten and create awareness concerning the role of the agency. The agency is divided into 8 directorates with the last 2 newly added. Internal audit provides a means of measuring the effectiveness of the system of internal control and accounting, and carries out special investigations. Functions of NAFDAC. NAFDAC has various basic functions. According to the requirements of its enabling decree, the agency was authorized to regulate and control the importation, exportation, manufacture, advertisement, distribution, sale and use of drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, bottled water and chemicals, conduct appropriate tests and ensure compliance with standard specifications designated and approved by the Council for the effective control of quality of food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, bottled water, and chemicals. Undertake appropriate investigation into the production premises and raw materials for food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, bottled water and chemicals and establish a relevant quality assurance system, including certification of the production sites and of the regulated products, undertake inspection of imported foods, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, bottled water, and chemicals and establish a relevant quality assurance system, including certification of the production sites and of the regulated products. Compile standard specifications, regulations, and guidelines for the production, importation, exportation, sale and distribution of food, drugs, cosmetics, medical devices, bottled water, and chemicals, undertake the registration of food, drugs, medical devices, bottled water and chemicals, control the exportation and issue quality certification of food, drugs, medical devices, bottled water and chemicals intended for export, establish and maintain relevant laboratories or other institutions in strategic areas of Nigeria as may be necessary for the performance of its functions. NAFDAC envisions that by making these functions known, that its actions will be apparent to Orhii in all sectors that deal with food, cosmetics, medical devices, bottled water, and chemicals to the extent of instilling extra need for caution and compulsion to respect and obey existing regulations both for healthy living and knowledge of certain sanctions or default. Despite the establishment of NAFDAC, the sale and use of fake drugs did not end. New amendments since 2001, dissatisfied with progress in combating fake drugs, President Olusegun Obasanjo's administration dissolved the management of NAFDAC in August 2000. In April 2001, a new management team, with Dora Akunile as Director General, was inaugurated. The team reorganized the agency, which has been successful in the recent past due to three new federal policies: the outright ban on the importation of drugs and other regulated products through land borders, the designation of Calabar and Apapa seaports, Murtala Muhammad and Malama Kano international airports as exclusive ports of entry for the importation of drugs and pharmaceutical raw materials, release of shipping and cargo manifests by the Nigerian Ports Authority, shipping lines and airlines to NAFDAC inspectors. For several years, Nigeria was drowned in an ocean of fake drugs. Then a Orhii Dora Akunile approached her job with Zila Euro, to preserve and ridding the Nigerian market of fake drugs and contaminated water sold as a Euro Owepa water a Euro. Achievements: NAFDAC has made several achievements over the years, including the creation of 6 zonal and 36 state offices for easier accessibility, which are being equipped to function effectively, organization of workshops to enlighten various stakeholders, such as pure water producers, the Patent and Proprietary Medicine Dealers Association, and the National Union of Road Transport Workers and National Association of Road Transport Owners, raising awareness not just in Nigeria, also in other countries like India, China, Pakistan, Indonesia, and Egypt, holding meetings, in concert with the Chairman, House Committee on Health and his members, with ambassadors of countries identified with exporting fake drugs into Nigeria and solicited their support to stop the trend, achieving excellent results in the fight against counterfeit drugs, as evidenced by the public destruction of about 2 billion naira worth of drugs from 4 sources, namely those handed over by repentant traders, those found in secret warehouses on tip-off by the drug sellers and the public, and those seized by the drug sellers' internal task forces and NAFDAC task forces. Launch of anti-counterfeiting technologies by the Nigerian presidency. See note below. Although the project has been launched, there are serious concerns of complicity, compromise and lack of professionalism in the delivery of the project. It does not, however, appear that the presidency is aware of this. The above is buttressed by the following: ensuring the formation of a wholesale drug mart as the bedrock of the sanitization exercise, making NAFDAC activities more efficient to reduce delays in, for example, registration and inspection, holding consultations with national and international stakeholders leading to various areas of assistance, including, in the areas of staff training, equipment donations and information sharing from United States Food and Drug Agency, Environmental and Occupational Health Science Institute, South African Medicines and Medical Devices Regulatory Agency, sending proposals for reviewing obsolete laws to the National Assembly, and putting new guidelines and standard operating procedures in place for all regulatory processes. Stakeholders: NAFDAC ensures it maintains very close contact with a number of national and international organizations whose activities relate to the functions of NAFDAC. Such organizations include the following: Consumer Protection Council of Nigeria, CPC, the Standard Organizations of Nigeria, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the National Institute for Pharmaceutical Research and Development, the Pharmacists' Council of Nigeria, the Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Group of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, the Consumer Association of Nigeria, the Federal Environmental Protection Agency, Institute of Public Analysts of Nigeria, Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Association of Food, Beverage and Tobacco Employees of Nigeria, National Association of Government-Approved Freight Forwarders, Association of Nigeria Custom Licensed Agents, Patent and Proprietary Medicine Dealers Association, National Union of Road Transport Workers, National Association of Road Transport Owners, in order to keep in touch with the international scene for information, training, cooperation assistance, aid and for financing of specific projects, especially in these days of global and national austerity. The agency maintains close relationship with a number of international agencies, some of which include United Nations International Drug Control Program, World Health Organization, Codex Alimentarius Commission of Food and Agricultural Organization, United States Food and Drug Administration, Environmental and Occupational Health Science Institute. See also, Dora Akunilai. References